So I've seen this take getting a lot of steam lately online where people are calling for less MCU hype, less MCU enthusiasm, and less MCU support and more supporting other projects that are going to the movie theaters that won't really get that much hype built around them. And I think that the issue is that they are benefiting, the MCU is benefiting from a universe that stretches back almost more than a decade at this point, with movies that intertwine, that have end credit scenes that connect to other movies, that have Easter eggs, that have crossovers, that basically you can't really not watch one thing and continue to watch the rest of them. You'll be completely lost. So there almost comes an exclusivity to the MCU that you have to watch these things, and that's exactly why they are completely blasting the movie theaters and making it so they hit #1 box office, as opposed to other movies like The Northman or anything else that's coming out like Ambulance, where there are more unique and original stories, but at the same time they aren't getting the same amount of love and attention because not many people know about them and not many people want to go spend their money. And that's the problem with the box office. Not many people really want to go spend so much money. Probably if you bring you yourself and a couple of friends and buy food there, you could probably spend upwards to $80 there, and not many people really want to do that and risk that just for any old movie. It's almost like a speciality to go to the movie theaters and watch this sort of stuff. Well, if you go to the movie theaters, you want it to be worth bang for your buck. When I watch Multiverse, when I watch No Way Home, both those movies, I mean, me paying all that was worth the price of admission alone. It was just that satisfying. So I understand people are upset that the Marvel movies are getting so much love and attention, and people are just so hyped on them. And again, the hype is built in not only from over a decade of people loving the MCU, but decades of Marvel comics, Marvel animated features, other Marvel movies that are not part of the MCU. There's just so much built there, so much hype there. I mean, Professor X almost got a standing ovation on the Multiverse of Madness, for my theater anyway. Fantastic Four's Reed Richards absolutely got a standing ovation. So yeah, these characters, this stuff is built in, and people want to go see this kind of stuff. Even movies like Eternals that people don't know about, people will still go watch and spend that money. I did, and I don't know anything about the Eternals, but I spent my money. I mean, the movie was all right, and I had a decent time. People don't want to take the risk on paying for movies and paying all that money to have a shitty experience at the box office. So in my opinion, I really do think that the box office, movie theaters, should take a step back and really either lower their prices on a lot of different things or make it more of an exclusive thing. I think in the future we're probably just gonna have like huge stadiums filled with lots of people, and those people can watch an MCU movie at that stadium event, for the same price as you go see a movie theater, because movie theaters, they're coming back little by little since the pandemic, but at the same time they were even going out of style before the pandemic. So I don't see the lack of support for MCU projects. I don't see that being something that's going to save them. I think that they have a lot of faults, a lot of issues, and it goes much further than the MCU being badass, in my opinion.